If I had cancer, they tell me to pray and go see my oncologist.
Mm-hmm.
If I got high blood pressure, they tell me to pray and do what my doctor told me to do.
But if I'm depressed,
it's a demon, and I need prayer. Men died by suicide 3.9 times more than women. That's almost 4 times as much as women.
And these are 2021 stats?
These are 2021 stats.
So you realize that 2019, 2020, COVID-19 here. These guys had to stay at home with their wives for a whole year. We out here.
If I'm mad that you won't let me do what I want to do in all levels, and then when I get there and I dominate, then my own people look at me and go, "You left us here." Right. Nigga, I didn't leave you, nigga. I thought this was the goal.
Because the thing is, we knew that we was gonna fucking dominate. We was better than them before. As a man, you can't take care of yourself, you don't deserve no coochie.
I agree.
That's to me. If you can't support yourself, you know, the last thing you need to be worried about is getting laid.
Listen to what I'm saying to you though. Number one, the only reason I agree with that statement is because doing that could possibly produce a child that you can't take care of.
But we here. We're a little late, but we here. The internet gods didn't want to mess with us, but
they tried it.
But my God is greater than the internet gods. Amen. Hey, man, you heard the theme music. You see these beautiful faces. We got a Let's Get Canceled podcast. Hey, it's the 4th weekend in the month, so you know we here. We here, and we together live and in one place. Hey, I'm Tommy with an H. I'm the voice of the people. I'm here for y'all.
And I'm your friendly, favorite, lovable, loudmouth, big tech dog. Hey, yo, cousin.
What's up, cousin?
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get canceled.
Hey, cousin, man, there's been a lot happening over the last few weeks. And I want to chop it up with you about them. The NBA playoffs have started. Hey, some series look a little bit better than others. So we're going to talk about our squads.
Wait, which ones look better than others? Like, let's be real.
We're going to talk about our squads. So we're going to get to that. All right, man. The NFL draft is happening. I think it just ended about an hour or so ago.
Yep.
So we're gonna give our teams a grade. You know what I'm saying? You with whoever it is.
Tampa Bay, nigga. Like, don't front. This is how we do it.
Whoever it is. Again, these in the JETS Jets. We're gonna talk about them.
Nobody care about that.
Hey, and our main story tonight is gonna be about the last month we've had a couple of beefs take off in the hip hop range.
It's funny that you said take off. I like that. I like what you did right there.
But not only in hip hop, there have been some beefs with the R&B cat. So
that trying to do hip hop. You're right.
yeah, so we're gonna really discuss what's going on with the beefs, but also give our favorite beefs
Of all time?
of all time. Since
We gonna do it. All right,
we've been here for a while.
We gonna do a top 5?
I don't know if I'm ready for a top 5. Ooh,
That's what makes it even better. We'll do a top 5.
All right,
Top 5 favorite diss tracks.
ooh, favorite diss tracks?
Yeah.
Oh man, I could do something. So yeah, let's see what we can get done with that part. But before we get started with any of that, we're gonna go into our black-owned beverage of the day. And today we have 10 to 1.
10 to 1. Here, go ahead and show your camera right there.
10 to 1. We've got 10 to 1. This is a rum. So we are going to take a quick break here so we can break into this because, again, we do not crack these open until we start the show. So y'all get me sober in the beginning. So we're going to go ahead and get this cracked off. But, again, this is a rum. We're gonna give you an honest opinion of how it is. I think it's got a child-proof lock on top of it right now, though. So get me off of this damn camera.
Yeah, look here. Listen. You see what I have to deal with, yo. Like, this is
live.
He gonna try his best to open it up. Now, normally, professionals, we would have done this in pre-production and had it already cracked open.
Nah, we do this for y'all. We do this for you. We do this for you. So y'all know this is fresh. We haven't added anything to it. We haven't done anything to manipulate at all. I'm still trying to get in here. I tell you, it's childproof.
Give me.
You gonna do it? You gonna do it?
Let's see what's up. I got keys, I think. Hold on.
There we go. Yeah, use your keys.
I talked a whole lot of junk. I hope I can get in this junk.
You better, because you definitely talk that trash. So you want to get in there.
Okay. Almost. So what you got on this? Like, you know, where this? Who's the black person behind this one?
Some Caribbean people.
Some Caribbean people.
Yeah, let's go to our story. Yeah, I'm grown. No, I don't want to give you no thing.
You see, this is the problem. Hey, black folk. Never mind. You know what? Never mind. Go ahead. Because y'all, it's already a lot of fans that believe that I'm just like anti-black or something. I don't know, but no. All right, so 10 to 1.
10 to 1. Dr. Eric Williams, Trinidad and Tobago, legendary first prime minister. Our story is son born and raised in the Caribbean. I've been a student of Rome. Let me see who these people are that actually run this place, though.
All right, so
the founder is Mark Farrell, Farrell. If I'm speaking to the colored people, Farrell for all you niggas out there. You know what I'm saying? But it's a black dude, and I'm trying to figure out more about this story. But yeah, he's from the Caribbean. He's decided he wanted to make a rum that was going to represent them because there have been a lot of rums out there, the Ray and Nephews and the Appletons and all those guys. So now we've got one that's represented by a person of color, a dark-skinned person of color. He's an Islander. He's not an American, but we're going to give him an honest opinion on what we feel about his.
I might have been a little heavy with the pour on this.
It's okay. We're going to see. Oh, you definitely went a little hard on yourself.
Oh, man. Okay.
All right. So it's got a little smell. It smells like the Ray, though. It smells like the Ray. We did take a shot of Ray before we started.
Let me tell y'all. Something. Hold on. Look at me. I am not a drinker like he is. So he enjoys that you know them drinks that you get and that liquor taste that is like real strong. He likes that. Like as you see, he's pouring more right now.
He gave me the child menu shot, so I had to.
All right, let's try this out.
We're gonna try this out. Salud.
Oh,
that's a lot smoother than the Ray.
It is. You know what? I was expecting to get kicked real hard.
See.
And it's got a nice taste to it.
It's got a nice taste to it. It's a little sweet. Again, it's not harsh at all.
No.
Yeah, and you can taste something on the back end,
Yeah.
some aromatics. I'll say.
Some fruit of some sort.
Yeah, yeah. There's something on the back end of that. So definitely go take a look, check it out. 10-1.
Hey, I
It's rum.
recommend. You know what I'm happy about? I'm happy that we found a white that we like.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, cause y'all see this, right? Like, we've been dark for what? Garbage.
Trash.
Garbage.
Trash.
But we've been dark, and then the 10-1, dark. Terramana's Terramana.
Terramana's Terramana. It's
It
okay.
is what it
It's
is.
okay. Everybody's been
Dark.
there. Everybody's been there.
You know what I'm saying? So we got this 10-1. I definitely recommend. I like that.
Yeah, I like that one. Where would you rank it amongst these others?
I'm a dark dude, so like comparatively, you know what? I probably like this better than the Terramana. If we going white,
True.
I like this better than the Terramana.
True. I definitely like it better than
I
Terramana.
like the Terramana, but I like this better than Terramana. I would put this. Let's see here. Y'all know
Nyack,
number one.
Woodson's my guy.
Woodson,
Yeah,
Duke and Dane,
for you.
and then
Uncle Nearest.
no,
No, not Uncle Nearest?
no.
You'll put 10-1 over Uncle Nearest?
If I didn't care if I was going dark or light,
Uh-huh.
I would take.
Okay, so yeah, because we're taking the colors off. Hey, we're not going to be alcohol
colors.
racist. No
Got it.
colors, no colors here. Hey, I don't see race.
This is definitely, to me, this is preferable, more enjoyable to drink
Yeah.
than Uncle Nearest.
Yeah, that right there, you'll have a little bit more fun than Uncle Nearest.
Yeah.
Uncle Nearest needs some ice and some other things.
Yeah, you need some stuff to go along
Yeah,
with that. But
so-
I like this. This is definitely a hit. So I would put this at, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This would be number 4. Yeah. It'd be Nyack, Woodson, Nyack, Duke and Dame, Woodson,
10-1.
10-1, and then
It better be Uncle Nearest before you put that brown sugar bullshit.
yeah, probably.
See.
I was trying to decide between Uncle Nearest and Terramana
Ooh, there's a discussion with that?
because I like whiskey better, and Uncle Nearest just didn't do it for me.
It didn't do it.
And I mean, I'm not no disrespect because I like
Yeah.
salute the legacy and the
Right.
but-
The backstory for Uncle Nearest. If you
Yeah.
don't know it, go find it. Yep.
Yeah, most
I
definitely.
get it.
But I would drink the Terramana before I drank the Uncle Nearest probably.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it's the Nyack for sure, number
Yep,
one.
number 1.
Woodson's for sure, number 2.
Yep.
Probably go Uncle Nearest
I
for
thought
number
so.
3.
Yeah.
And then I'm going 10-1. And then I'm going Terramana. And then I'm going Duke and Dame. All I know is Indigo is going to be last.
Yeah.
Every
definitely.
time.
Definitely.
I don't think
Indigo's
I don't think we'll find anything that we like worse or hate worse. I don't know if like worse is a thing.
Like less.
Like less.
Anything that we like less than
Like
in
less.
Dago.
Yeah. Snoopy, hey, go fix that.
My
man.
brother.
Go fix.
You know
Take
what?
some of the strawberry out, man. Just make it a regular gin, and you'll be fine with that.
No, you won't.
We're not
It was
not
a bad gin.
because it had the strawberry flavoring in. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. Go buy you a bottle. It's not expensive at all. So go buy you a bottle. Try it for yourself. Definitely support black business, but go try it for yourself so you'll
It's a mix-
understand.
As a mixer, listen. Because remember, we
That's
did
what-
it,
that's
and
what the
we
bros
ended up
were
mixing
on.
it, and it was like, oh snap.
Oh, the bros were on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Doc,
but you know what? To be in all fairness, I don't think you or I are gin guys.
no, I hate gin.
We're not gin guys.
I've done my time. Like
So-
gin used to be my thing. That Bombay Sapphire used to be my joint. And then
it was never my joint, but I mean it was decent. I could stomach it.
I went through a time with that, and then I was just like, you know what?
Yeah,
Never
screw
again.
this.
Gin and let's see, what's that? Brandies. Like brandies for me.
I like brandy.
Can't do them.
Oh, hey, listen, man. Brandy and a nice cigar.
Yeah.
And just kick back. Like, if we went out here by your pool.
Yeah.
And I had a nice glass of brandy, a sifter,
Snifter of brandy. Yeah.
And a nice cigar, like a Macanudo Robust, and just kick back. Like that's a good evening.
And guess
Get
what I'm
a
gonna do?
bonfire
And guess what
going.
I'm gonna do? Guess what I'm gonna do?
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna get me some rum or some tequila and a Black and Mild.
Yo,
We are not. See, y'all think we the same. We are not the
not the
same.
same.
We are not the same.
But here's the thing, and the difference is, watch this. If I'm not influenced by him, I'll I'll sit out there with that same snifter with a nice little bit of rum, and that'll be it for the whole night. Him?
I'm gonna finish my bottle.
Yeah. Now, we just gonna leave it at that.
Hated to love it, down the dogs on top. It's all right. All right, so cousin.
Yes, sir.
We've got an event coming up, July 20.
We do?
We've got an event coming up, July 20.
I don't know what event you're talking about.
The fight is still happening.
As of right now.
As of right now. The fight is still. If the fight doesn't happen, we still gonna do a little something. We still gonna get down. We're gonna do it live. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be the 20th of July. We're gonna link up. We've got a venue.
Yes, sir.
The homie reached out and was like, "Yo, come through. Just do it. Let's do it." So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get there. We were gonna do it at another location, but I figured with the people that we're gonna have there, I needed a little more space. So we're gonna go ahead and break it down. We're gonna live watch the fight between Jake Paul
and Iron Mike Tyson. Listen, he seems upset about it. Let me explain something to you, bro. I think that it's gonna be entertaining, one way or the other. It's gonna be entertaining. The only thing I hope, and I've been thinking about this the last week or so. The only thing I hope is that Mike doesn't look terrible. Like, and this by terrible I mean I expect
he doesn't look 60.
I expect Jake to be faster. I expect Jake to look better. In the as visually,
right.
as in shape or whatever. Because it's hard to get 60-something-year-old skin to get back to it. But if Mike, because here's what I've been thinking about, and I know this ain't what we talking about tonight. But here's what I've been thinking about. It's easy to put a camera up and get a recording of you in practice. And somebody pointed something out. They were like, "Yo, Mike, if you're gonna do this, make sure that next time you put a training video up, you have sweat on your shirt or whatever." And I started looking at these videos. I was like, "God damn, Mike don't even look like he's perspiring."
He just started. He records the first few minutes.
Nigga, I can look like that in the first few minutes of a training.
My thing from the beginning is you take this old man into the deeper rounds.
Nigga, did you see him running?
Bro.
Did you see that clip? It was
looked like Cat Williams. He looked like Cat Williams out there, didn't he? He looked like Cat out there, didn't he?
Hey, do y'all remember this nigga right here, right? Cat is not run a sub 4.40 yet.
I bet he'll outrun Mike Tyson. See, and this is the problem that we're having with this whole discussion is the fact that you all are allowing Mike Tyson at 60 years old to go out here and fight this guy. But again, we're gonna enjoy it. We're gonna have that. We're gonna live watch that fight. We are gonna talk about that fight. We are gonna commentate that fight. We're gonna have our people come through.
Yes, sir. We trying to listen.
Hey, y'all, I'm sorry. Leo has run off on us. So if y'all know Leo, go find Leo. Tell Leo.
What you mean Leo ran off?
Man, Leo has disappeared, man. We ain't seen Leo since the Warriors got kicked out. Like, after the Super Bowl, like, Leo is a fair weather fan. So he was a Kansas City Chiefs fan. He was there for that. And then the Warriors started looking bad and Leo disappeared. I have not seen.
Y'all don't remember, Leo is the one who had the championship belt taken from him by the ladies at our Battle of the Sexes episode.
But we're gonna do our best to find Leo. Hopefully the ladies will come back out.
Yeah.
Hopefully Gavin can make it down from New York.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna try to bring it in. Doc's gonna definitely be down. We're gonna bring Doc. We're gonna bring Doc in.
D Breezy will be here.
D's gonna be here. Yeah.
I'm trying to get E- Ellis to be here.
Yeah. So all the hip hop episode folks, all of the don't want to mention that episode anymore. I don't want y'all to go back to the episode. All of the should they be allowed to fight women and be in events
you mean
with
the
women?
tranny episode?
Yeah, that one.
That's the one you were trying not to say tranny.
Yeah. So the
you
people
were trying not to say tranny episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna bring them in. We're gonna see if we can get the DJ back in. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a party, but we're gonna invite all of you guys in. So again, if you want to be a part of it, hit us.
We're gonna crack all these bottles.
All of these.
So here's the thing, though.
Plus two more.
So we did the math, right? So if you think about it, the first month,
August,
we did not do a black-owned liquor.
Right.
That was our first live show. We did not do a black-owned liquor. So that means at the end of all this, we'll end up with 11 bottles. So we got to double up.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to double up. And my thing would be, I almost did it for this episode for the double up because it's so hard to find black old spirits.
Yeah.
So I was gonna try to just do a wine and a beer.
Right.
So maybe next month
We'll do a wine
and a beer.
But there will be 12 bottles.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have a bottle of something next to me because wine and beer are not my thing.
No.
But we're gonna do it for y'all, and we're gonna make sure we have it out here so everyone can get a little bit of a taste. So that means we're not gonna have a bunch of you mother people out here. We're not gonna do a bunch. Maybe 20, 30 people. Maybe 20 or 30 people.
Not
So
too many.
we're not gonna do too many. But again, please tune in for that episode because you're gonna see some people that you know, and it's gonna be a fun time. So I just wanted to make sure we did reiterate that part. And again, next month, what's the next month? Yeah.
June.
No, next month.
May.
Yeah, end of next month,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go see our initial sponsor. I'm gonna see exactly what's happening with that.
That dude.
Throne Room has got to.
He got to come up.
We got to have a conversation. We got to have a conversation, and we are still taking orders in for merchandise.
Yeah.
Even though neither one of us are wearing it tonight, we are
Right.
still taking orders for merch. So get your Let's Get Canceled merch. Tell us
Here's
what you want.
the other thing too. I want to give a big shout out to Custom Journey and T&J Lemonade.
TNJs.
Like from the beginning, these folks have been like rocking with us. And if you've not had the crack juice, aka the T&J Lemonade, I do not know what you are doing with your life. And number two, the gear, like between Natural Disaster
straight up.
And Custom Journey.
Because Natural Disaster came in so clutch in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then Custom Journey came through with shirts and was like, yo, just and they were in times of need. So
Right.
so that's always been good. So
And so from here until the end of time, those two companies, they
always and forever.
Always and forever. So if you need anything, and listen, Custom Journey got a special going on
right now for graduates. So if you got a graduate, definitely go hit customjourney.com. They got bundles in there. You can get shirts, you can get lawn signs, you can get signs for graduation, fans, all type of stuff. So definitely go check them out.
Definitely.
I'm gonna drop a link to them in the
comments.
in the comment section on YouTube in a moment. So y'all can go definitely check them out. If you have a senior, if you have a graduate, it doesn't even matter if it's a senior. If they're graduating from kindergarten, they're graduating from 5th grade, 8th grade, seniors, college, whatever it is, definitely hit them up. Yeah, point it up. Good job. Yeah. So but now I'm gonna go ahead and transition in because we have definitely taken up enough of your time with our previews of what's to come. We're gonna talk about what's going on tonight. So the NBA playoffs. Have you been watching?
A little bit, yeah.
A little
I've been
bit.
watching one team specifically.
You've been watching, and that's what I really wanted to hear because I know you have not been watching anything other than your Orlando Magic.
I want to put something out here to you. Let me go ahead. I'm diving head first into this. You don't understand as an Orlando Magic fan. When I was little, you got to remember when they were expansion team, they had a contest to name. And I don't want to lie. I don't know if it was to name the team or the mascot. I think it was the mascot. And we was in elementary school, and they were like, they had a list of names, and all the elementary school kids got to vote, and we all voted. So I have a custom vested interest in the Orlando Magic
because they knew you guys were going to be the fans of the future.
Exactly.
So what do you want to hear?
What is more smart in marketing than
let the
kids pick it?
Yeah.
Because when those kids get to 20, 30 years old, they're going to be the ones buying the ticket.
You have that vested interest because
Right.
I helped to name this team.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I've been a fan since before Shaq. You understand what I'm saying?
Before there was an Orlando Magic.
Before there was an Orlando Magic. We're talking back in the days when Nick Anderson was the #1 pick.
What was this, 89?
Nigga, this was 89, 90, somewhere in there. But and then I remember our playoff runs when we had Shaq and Penny, and we put out a recently returned Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I remember that.
What I'm saying? And
Horace Grant was hyped about that.
My nigga,
he was hyped,
and he was that extra piece. I remember Nick Anderson missing them free throws and
you remember getting
breaking
swept.
my heart.
You remember getting swept
often.
You remember getting swept
like 2-3 years
by Houston.
Yeah. I remember that. But that don't matter.
Okay,
That don't matter because you know what this year?
It doesn't.
everybody was saying the same thing.
Oh, buddy, I told you at the beginning of this season,
yes, sir,
when we started this podcast, that we weren't going to talk about your Orlando Magic because the niggas was trash.
You did say that.
I did say that.
Have you had a change of heart?
Yes, I've had to. I'm not a complete hater. I'm not a complete hater. I'm gonna take a shot with you on that. Salute. I'm not a complete hater when it comes to what I see with my eyes.
Right.
And when I saw them coming to the playoffs, I was like, it's the same old Orlando. They made it to the playoffs, but the East is kind of weak.
Let's not brush that aside. I agree with you. The East is weak.
East is weak.
We're weak. However, Orlando Magic haven't been in the playoffs since, what are we in, 2024, 2019, 2020?
Something like that, yeah.
Something
It's been a while. And my thing with you guys right now is the fact that you're young guys.
Yes.
I did not think you had enough experience on there to actually take on what Cleveland was going to bring.
Right.
And
right.
Donovan Mitchell being a veteran out there doing his thing. But what I've seen, and I talked to you earlier, and I was like, I'm looking at your squad, and even though they were losing, after that first game, I was like, oh, they're going to lose this series. However, I like the fight. They don't quit. They don't give up, and they play together as a team. Now, you've got some ballers over there.
Yes, sir.
You've got some ballers over there.
Yes, sir.
Now, the guy I thought the guy I thought was going to be the man a couple of years ago, he ended up hurting himself and getting in trouble with Jonathan Isaac.
Yeah.
That was a Seminole from Florida State a couple years back, so I thought he was going to be a special guy.
J.I., bro. Like, Jonathan Isaac is a dude.
He does the dirty work.
Right.
He does the dirty work. He gets the blocks, he gets the assists, he hits the occasional jumper, but he is a guy that works out a little bit differently than I expected.
Right.
I expected him to be more of a slasher, more of a Penny Hardaway type, and he ended up with the injury not being able to live up to that. However, this kid is okay. The what's his name? Banchero Frank. That kid right there. What was he? The number one pick?
Yes, the number one.
That boy right there gets busy.
Let me tell
and
you
I knew he was going to be special, but I didn't think it would be this soon.
Let me tell you something. I can tell you where I was when we picked him. I was in the casino in Vegas.
Oh.
I was standing in a casino in Vegas. I kid you not. And I'm walking through there, and they had it up on the big screens. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you ever been to, like, the casinos in Vegas, you got, like, the floor, and then over on the side, they have the sports betting section.
Yes.
I wasn't in the sports betting section. I was in the poker section,
like
where our tables were at. And we walking through there, and me and probably, like, 20 other dudes
stopped
in our track and was like this. You understand what I'm saying? And so we watched, and when they hit that, nobody else said nothing. My dumb ass, yeah, let's go.
Because you knew times were changing. You knew times were changing. And hold on just a moment. Speaking of Vegas.
Yes, sir.
If you've noticed, we probably haven't changed our camera angles here maybe once or twice the entire time. Mm-hmm. And the last live we did, those things were changing constantly.
Right.
We had a producer.
We did.
We had, in past tense, had a producer. Our producer is now, he has moved out to Vegas. My guy.
No, screw that. This nigga came for an episode.
He was here for one episode. No, he was here for two. He was here for two.
He was only here with me with one. Let me explain something to y'all. This dude, he called, he's like, yo, we got to do, and like, let me tell y'all something. Anybody who's willing to help us out, who's willing to get in here in the trenches with us and figure this out, we appreciate him, and we going to ride with him to the end. And we said that. That man came in here the last live show we had.
Yes, he did.
And he did his thing. When I tell you, y'all couldn't see him, but he was behind the cameras. He's telling us where to go. He's doing his thing. He had the whole thing under control.
He was working.
And it freed us up because we don't have to work everything, right?
Right.
Then the next show, when we do our remote show, he was here with you.
If y'all notice, and some people did point it out to me, they were like, we didn't see you pour a shot, but we saw you take a lot of it.
Right.
Well, he was sitting right next to me the whole time. He was pouring up. He was going through, doing what he had to do. So he was definitely a help to me. But
this nigga left.
He got a call that said, bro, you can change the way you're living right now. Just come out here and work. And
see, I hate the fact that you put it like that, because now I'm gonna sound like an asshole.
You are an asshole. But even through a lot of people that he really loves and deals with were telling him, nah, don't do that, don't do that. I'm the only nigga that I know told him, hey, bro, you got a chance to stand on your own. Hey, bro, you got to do this. You got to.
And the thing is that I would never tell him not to better himself.
And that's the problem that I have with some other folks.
But if you
it hurts us.
If you tell me right now,
because it hurts us,
right? If you tell me right now, like, yo, hey, dog, I'm not gonna be able to do this podcast no more. I got to move to Europe, and we'll never be able to do this again.
We can't be live anymore.
And I'll be like, what are you talking about? And you can tell me I got this opportunity, and it's gonna level you up. I'm be like, yo, go handle that business.
But I'm gonna talk.
Then I'm gonna go live.
And then I'm gonna talk that. I'm gonna talk all that. Talk all. And I did. And as soon as he told me, like, bro, I gotta go, I was like, nigga, you was here for an episode. You were here for a month. And he was like, yeah. I was like, put it on your resume though.
Shout him out.
Definitely.
Shout him out.
Shout out to my homeboy Dennis, man. Hey, go find him, Denny Q. He's on Facebook. He's on IG. Hey, y'all go check him out. Hey, man, go be a part of his transition. He has moved out to Vegas. He's trying to do something bigger and better with his life.
Right.
So I'm all for it. Salute to my dude. He's on the road right now. I talked to him earlier this morning. That nigga was in Oklahoma. So he is still transitioning. I'm talking about this dude left like Friday.
Wow.
Like, I think it was like 9 o'clock Friday morning. That dude been on the road all night. I told him I was going to text him before we got on so he could watch us live.
Yeah.
I forgot. I forgot. My bad, homie. My bad, homie.
We got on Facebook. Let's see if we get.
Yeah, let's see if we can send him. But he's driving. He's driving. But yeah,
he's saying that. But
yeah, you already know he gonna catch the message. He on Facebook. I don't want to give his full government out there.
Okay.
I think his old lady watching though. Hey, text him and tell him to watch. Text him and tell him to watch. Or his niece, because he did say he was gonna send his niece over to us so she would take his place. And then, but he was like, dog, he was like, I done got fired already. He's like, I got replaced already. I'm like, nigga, you leaving.
What you mean you got fired? That's like niggas.
But he taught that. He taught that. But he's definitely gonna. He said he gonna try to.
You ain't drink yours?
Not yet. Because I was talking. But he said he gonna definitely try to be back for
the year episode,
for the 720 episode.
All right, bet.
And my thing is, if I gotta find a way to fly him back in and back home for that, I gotta do it, man. Because that's my dog and I love my dog. So straight up and down, hey, we gonna make it happen. So salute to you, bro.
Yeah, man, for sure. So listen, man.
All right, so back to these playoffs.
Yeah, back to these playoffs. So like, I like the Magic, and full disclosure, I don't give a damn about nobody else.
He doesn't.
I don't care about any other teams.
There's games on right now he won't let me watch.
Here's the thing: if you watch the first two games, number one, defense.
Straight up.
The Magic have held the Cavaliers to under 100 points.
Every game. Yeah, and that is surprising. That's surprising.
Amazing.
That is surprising.
So that tells me a couple things. Number one, if we can gel a little bit better and we can increase our production, because our defense is there.
Yeah.
Holding Cleveland under 100 points for 4 games straight.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Our defense is there. What we've got to do is be able to come out and be consistent from the opening jump of the first quarter all the way through. What they did.
What you did today.
My God.
If y'all have not seen it, just don't change from this right here.
No.
But you should be watching this on your computer or on your phone. Use your other device.
Yes.
And Google the third quarter.
Yo, third quarter, let me see here. I think
Never mind. Don't even do it. He gonna tell you about it. What was that score?
Third quarter, we outscored the Cavs by 27 points. 37 points to 10.
Quit.
We jumped on a 23 point run, 23 to nothing.
Yeah.
It was
insane today. It was insane.
And so, but you know what? It's similar to the last game. Thursday's game.
Yeah.
It was similar to the same thing. Now, we didn't have a breakout quarter like that, but we won every quarter all the way down. And I think what happened is that we saw what they could do the first and second game. And we saw that, and we used those 2 games to lock in that defense.
What you realized was Donovan Mitchell stirs the dang on T, and if we're able to contain Donovan Mitchell,
he doesn't have much help.
We're able. There's one other guy.
Right.
There's one other guy. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and give kudos to the Orlando Magic. I said a lot of. they're not going to win a championship or anything like that.
No, we're not.
But what I do appreciate is that they play hard, they play together, and if you can keep this team together for 4 or 5 years, I think you guys can be something. Yes, sir.
You know what the problem is? We are known for not keeping a team together for 4 or 5 years.
Exactly.
We've not been successful with rebuilding because we have been in this rebuilding pattern for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And what happens is we develop.
When was the last time you guys were like amazing? Was that Dwight Howard? 2008?
Yeah.
2009?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 2009. Y'all went to the finals.
Really good. When we were really good, it was Dwight Howard, Jameer Nelson, you know what I mean?
JJ Redick, Rashard.
No, Rashard. Listen, and
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Lewis,
don't do that. Don't do that.
Remember, at the time we gave Rashard Lewis the largest contract in the league. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, Rashard had the largest contract in the league, and he did not turn out to be able to be worth that. You know
he was the key piece to catapulting y'all over into that final series against the Lakers. Him and Hedo.
Turkoglu was my dude. I would have taken.
You take 4 Turkoglus
over freaking the 12 Rashards. But see, here's the thing.
Rashard was solid, man. Rashard was a good player.
He was not solid. He was not solid. He wasn't bad.
Y'all better go.
You gotta remember, Rashard was.
Hey, somebody go look up Rashard and then put it in the chat so he can see that.
Rashard was supposed to be.
Hey Doc, I know you watch. Hey Doc, go
man,
look that up. Go look it up and put it in the phone.
Rashard was supposed to be for us what Steph Curry is. He was.
Know that.
Yes, he was. Rashard was supposed to be the sharpshooter from
There
hell.
has never in the history of the NBA been a Steph Curry until we saw Steph Curry.
I agree with you on that. But what I'm saying,
He was supposed to be your 3-point
He was
shooter.
supposed to be the 3-point lights out shooter. He was coming off.
How though? He was never that.
I know.
Who told y'all he was gonna be that?
He was a sharpshooter. He was billed as a sharpshooter.
Y'all was looking at the wrong film.
He was supposed to be the guy.
You guys were looking at the wrong film.
Listen, man. I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. Number one, I'm Magic till until y'all put me in the ground. I am Magic until you put me in the ground. The problem is that our front office,
You're a little slow.
they're a little fast. They're fast to ship people off. If you think about it, let's be real. Shaquille O'Neal
Didn't want to pay him.
showed a lot of promise, and that was our fault.
Didn't
that
want to
wasn't
pay
the
him.
front office.
Didn't want to pay him.
Listen, I don't know if you know this or not, and I don't know if y'all know this or not. Orlando Magic, they put in the Orlando Sentinel, they put in the paper, Shaq said what he wanted. They put in the paper, they put a poll in the paper.
Is he worth it?
Is he worth it?
I talked to your pops about this not too long ago.
Everybody in Orlando said, nah, he's not worth it. He went to LA and grabbed 2 rings. 2 rings? 2.
But guess what? He took a pay cut to go there.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
He took less than what Orlando was offering him.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
No, sir. Orlando did not offer him what they offered him.
You better go check what Shaq told him that day.
No. Shaq took less than what he asked for. Orlando, he took more than what Orlando offered him.
When they said Penny Hardaway's the man, and Shaq said, "What you got over there, Jerry?" And Jerry West said, "Well, I can't give you that, but I can give you this."
No, that you listen to that interview. I know which interview you're talking about. He asked for this. Orlando said, and that's what they put in the paper.
He didn't
Is he worth this?
He didn't want that.
I know.
He wanted to be wanted. See, Shaq. See, and I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of game right here for you. Hey, but
Go ahead.
your old lady don't really want what she asking you for, man. She just wants you to. She just want a little bit of something. She don't want. She gonna ask you for the world, but she don't want the world. She just want like her
She
state.
want North America.
She want her state. You know what I'm saying? But that's really. But Shaq did not feel appreciated when it came down time to it for real, and that's what really screwed Orlando over. And I'm hoping that Orlando is able to keep hold of what they have now.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I am an Orlando Magic fan. The day
You
they
are.
come out and they say we are trading Banchero and Wagner.
Franz Wagner.
I'm not watching no basketball.
Franz Wagner has had a series.
Game.
He's had a series.
An amazing series. You're right.
He's had a series.
He's solid all the way around. People don't understand. He is a solid player.
He is a ball player. He's a ball player.
He's not going to drop 50 on you every game.
Right, but
you know what?
you don't really want that. You don't really want that. You don't really want that.
Not with this team.
No, and especially with a bunch of young pieces.
Right.
You want those young pieces to be able to work together and nobody feel like they're being outdone by the next one.
Right.
And Banchero, like, oh man, he's the guy, but he still allows the other guys to flourish. And there is it doesn't seem to be any attitudes or anything that seems like I'm the guy.
You got to remember a couple years ago, a few years ago. I'm saying a few, but it's been
a long
probably
time.
Like 10,
it's been a long
maybe
time.
8 to 10 years ago.
It's been a long time.
The theme for the Magic was heart and hustle.
Yeah.
And what we do is we are at our best when we don't have necessarily a superstar, but when we got a good core group of guys who will bust their ass to do what it needs to be done to win games. Now, what
I don't believe that.
No, the problem with that.
I don't believe that.
No.
Because guess what happened when you had the guy?
Which guy are you talking about?
Shaquille O'Neal. You made it to the finals when you had a guy.
Right, but we
the
also
guy.
did with Penny. I mean, not Penny.
You made it to the finals.
But,
you made it to the finals.
Tracy McGrady.
You made it to the finals. No, you made it to the finals when you had a guy. You had Shaquille O'Neal, the guy. Finals. You had Dwight Howard, the guy. Finals.
Right.
Anybody else? When it was a team of we love each other, guess what you did?
But you got to remember when you get one guy
that's
who's
the
going
rule.
to will themselves.
Yeah, but T-Mac was different because he didn't have all the other pieces around him. Because it was supposed to be T-Mac, it was supposed to be Grant Hill. You guys could have had Tim Duncan as an Orlando Magic player.
No, we were never going to get Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan says he was coming to Orlando, but Doc Rivers told him he could not bring his girlfriend on the team bus.
Yeah. You know what?
You could have had T-Mac and Timmy.
We fucking fired Doc Rivers like 2 years later.
You're damn right, nigga.
That's 2 years too late.
How you messed that up? How you mess up Timmy?
Listen. I'm gonna tell you like this.
How you mess up Timmy?
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, I don't know, because there's a toss-up at the time between Tim Duncan and Doc Rivers, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I'll take Timmy over Doc.
No.
Every day.
No.
In real time, Tim Duncan or Doc Rivers.
Think about the Tim
Duncan
of that moment.
I will go coach.
No, bro. The Tim Duncan of that time period.
With Tracy McGrady?
No, listen what I'm saying. The Tim Duncan of that time period he became the Tim Duncan you know with the training and the tutelage of
Tim Duncan came in the league in 1996?
No.
97. He came in 97. It was 1997. Tim Duncan came into the league in 1997. Same year T-Mac came in the league.
No.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Tim Duncan was a certified star by the time he was coming to Orlando. And guess what happened? Doc Rivers. And Doc Rivers is in the playoffs right now with another team. And
damn, it was 1997.
I know exactly when Timmy came in there.
But he wasn't Tim Duncan then. He was second.
That nigga was.
He was second fiddle to
nigga was Tim Robinson. Duncan the day he stepped into the league.
You crazy as hell.
Okay, again in the chat. Will y'all niggas please?
I will concede.
He's not. Again, he's an Orlando Magic fan. He has no idea what was going on out there in San Antonio. He has no.
You're right.
Hey, edutainer.
I feel like Charles Barkley right now. Yo, there's some big old women out there in San Antonio.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, that's some haters.
Hey, man, wait.
Yeah.
Stop.
My bad.
We will talk about my Magic all night. Let's move on.
I was about to say, I was just about to get over.
I want y'all in the chat. If you think that I've said something wrong and he said something wrong, let us know in the chat. because
and tell us what your team's doing. What's your team doing? What's your team doing? But
and if your team ain't in the playoffs, I don't want to hear from you.
Sucks to be you guys.
Right.
But yeah, but there are some series that have gone on in this that are pretty much over now. We got some. So I wanted to speak on those and the Nuggets and the Lakers. The Nuggets are up 3-0 on the Lakers. The Nuggets have won 11 straight versus the Lakers. Oh, he had it on there already. Yeah, but the Nuggets have won 11 straight. And if you guys remember, a couple years back, they did a draft in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
And nobody picked Jokic. Jokic was the very last pick. And since that day, he has beat the hell out of LeBron James' team every goddamn time.
Hey, I want to tell you this. I really want to dislike Jokic.
You cannot. You can't.
Because he's a fun dude to watch.
He is.
His fundamentals are solid. He's productive as hell. And I haven't seen a defense that from any team that can stop him.
You cannot. Jokic right now in the playoffs is 28, 16, and 9 with only 2 turnovers.
That is crazy.
28, 16, and 9. Like I do round up because again, I do math, basic math. I don't do good math. I do basic math. So 28, 16, 9 with only 2 turnovers. That is what we're looking at for Nikola Jokic versus the Lakers. And again, LeBron James, you did not pick this man to be on your team. He landed on your All-Star team by default. Bro, it's all your fault. He took all of this personally. So for the last 11 games versus you, he giving you the yeah. Bro, you should have picked him number 1. And again, I know if you're on the playground, I'm not going to pick Nikola Jokic. You should have picked him because all he does is score, rebound, and assist. He is that good. He's that good. And I don't understand what the Lakers can really do right now. AD, we said before the season started, AD has to take over for the Lakers. He had to be the number 1 guy.
Right. You did. I remember that.
And AD has taken over for the Lakers. He is 32 and 13.
Hey, I want to salute AD because
he's played. I think he only missed like 10 games this year.
Here's the thing. When he plays, there's no question that he's top tier talent in the NBA.
He is.
There's no question.
He's top 5 in right now, I think, in scoring and in rebounding in the playoffs.
Any team would benefit from Anthony Davis.
But guess what? You remember when AD was in New Orleans, and AD was the number 1 option in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Guess what they were? Not a great playoff team.
Not at all. Not
a playoff team. So what we're understanding is there needs to be more from AD, and we say AD needs to take control. And but even looking at LeBron, what LeBron is doing right now, LeBron is 26, 7, and 10 with 4 turnovers a game. So again,
every great player is not a general. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can be a really good, productive player, but there's a different level. I deal with this. I've got a musician friend of mine, right? Who he is a great musician,
right?
And he tells me all the time, like he should be a music director,
but he can't run the band.
There's a difference
between running the band.
It's a different thing when you're in charge.
Shout out to Dexter.
I did not call.
Shout out to Dexter. What up? What up, bro? I like you.
That's my little homie.
That's my family. I love that nigga.
I
Straight up.
Him just the other night. I did a
good.
show
He good?
Last night. He good.
All right,
he's
good.
great.
Good.
But and this is the thing. What people have got to understand is that there's a different level to running things.
Individual greatness and being the leader.
Right.
And being the leader.
Right, because when you're individually great, you just got to worry about your stats.
Michael Jordan.
When you're a team great,
Michael Jordan as a GM.
about everybody else
on
your team. you've got to elevate everybody else who's in your stratosphere.
And that's where
I don't think AD has that in him.
Exactly, and I think that's where the problem came when they said, AD, you have to be the best player on the team now because we run everything through you, but what you're not doing is getting everyone else involved, and that's what LeBron was able to do.
It comes down to basketball IQ.
Yeah.
And because LeBron's job, and listen, I am not a super huge LeBron fan. I think LeBron is a great man. I think LeBron is a great black man. I think LeBron is a great player. Like
he's a great player. He's a great player.
But I'm not one of those dudes who are just like, oh, LeBron is the greatest ever. No, I'm not that guy. But what LeBron is able to do is distribute the ball, and he can score. Now, I do have questions.
I say LeBron is able to control the game. And what's happening right now is they're taking the ball out of LeBron's hand, and they're giving it to players who are not holding up their end of the ball.
Well, they're trying. They got to figure something out.
You've got to because the nigga's 40.
Right. He's not going to be.
40.
LeBron's our age. He's not going to be playing forever.
Right. And the problem is people are attacking LeBron's legacy as if it matters now.
It doesn't.
It does not.
Because 20 years from now, when we look back on it, there's going to be a legitimate argument about whether or not we should be looking at LeBron or Michael Jordan.
And it's what it comes down to is the generations.
Right.
It comes down to the generations.
And it's going to be, and when I say depending on LeBron or Michael Jordan, right now, when I look at it, I think of all the accomplishment Jordan had.
Yeah.
And I think of, and I lived through the Jordan era. You understand?
Right, exactly.
From a kid all the way up until
you
adulthood.
grew up in the Jordan era.
Right. So
you are living through the LeBron era.
I lean on the Michael Jordan era.
Of course, because that was our childhood hero.
I can see a legitimate argument in 20 years from now. People saying, God damn, nigga. I can see people saying,
because you got a nigga that did it for 21 years, and it's like he didn't slow down.
Not even a little bit.
He got
the things that LeBron is doing right now.
27.
If a jit 18, 19 years old coming out straight out of college, wouldn't they go do this straight out of high school?
Right.
They would be what we consider all of a sudden like the greatest ever.
But who else in the league is averaging 26, 7, and 10? Like that's
hard to do.
It's and this dude is in year 21.
You gotta remember, if you come in the league and you average 15.
I was just watching Paul Pierce and KG had this discussion. It was like, no, you a dog if you have like But 20 points, if you average 20 points, like
that's bananas.
You're nuts. But the fact that you can average 20 points plus the 7 rebounds plus the 10 assists, like
that's crazy. That's damn near triple double average
and to do
at 40.
Yeah, that's not fair. But I'm going to jump off of that series because again, that series seems to be over. The Nuggets seem to be in complete control, 3-0, and then we spoke of LeBron, but the passing of the torch.
Okay, before you say anything,
because now we're going to talk about my team.
If we were going to say,
I got to take a shot for my team.
Salute. Hey, I want y'all to understand these shots are getting bigger and bigger, and I don't know why.
For my team.
So let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Right now, if LeBron announced tomorrow, I'm retiring.
Yes.
Who is the greatest in the league tomorrow?
See, that's a crazy question.
You want to know who I think it is?
Who's that?
Jokic.
He's the best player right now.
He's the best player in the league.
But you gotta put the Joel Embiid in there with him too.
I don't.
If Embiid stays healthy, Embiid would have won he would be MVP this year. He'd be back to back.
Here's the thing. Let me ask you a question. Prime Shaquille O'Neal
murders both of them.
Right. Prime Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, I don't know about that because
hold on. Prime Shaquille O'Neal, prime Michael Jordan, prime LeBron James. You're building a team. Forget the positions. Forget I might have this. Who are you picking off rip? They're over there. You got a bunch of people over there. They're over there. Who are you picking first on your team?
First?
Yep.
It depends on the era. It really does.
No, I said prime each one of them. The era.
During their prime, but it all depends on when I'm picking. Because if I'm picking during this era, I'm not picking Shaq because I need a big man that could be on the outside,
right?
As opposed to being down low. If I'm speaking during,
but why?
Because Shaq can't defend the 3-point line. Bigs right now have to be out there in the 3-point line.
Right, but you know what happens with the 3-point line? That same big that has to be at the 3-point line, he's getting in foul trouble because he can't stop Shaq.
Twos for threes.
No,
This is what the analytics is.
That.
That's why the analytics have taken the big man out of the game right now. How many bigs how many true centers do you see in the league right now? How many true centers are in the league right now?
Not many, not any.
Right, because the analytics say 3 is better than 2 every time.
You're right, but you know what we don't have right now? We don't have a banger in the post, in the paint. This is the thing.
Embiid tried to be and realized that I can do better by shooting 3s too.
But listen what I'm saying. If you got a Joel Embiid, right?
Rudy Gobert, and we're gonna get to them in just a moment. We're gonna get
that dude was getting busy. But listen what I'm saying to you.
He's mine.
Let me ask you a question.
He's mine.
Let me ask you a question. Shaq in the paint. We had Hack-a-Shaq, right?
Mm-hmm.
That automatically puts your big man in foul trouble. That same big man who's now able to step behind the arc and shoot 3s. Shaq's not defending at the 3-point line. He can't.
But do you remember?
So you get through the first 2 quarters.
You remember when every team in the league started drafting 7-footers so we can get it here and Hack-a-Shaq.
Right.
And then that just went away because we don't need that anymore. So it all depends on the era. Because again, if I'm gonna build around the old school era, I'm gonna get Shaq first because I know he can dominate any big
over Jordan and over LeBron.
Over everybody because I know the game was played inside out. The game's not played inside out any longer.
I feel you.
So when it comes to that, then if you're gonna bring it to what we're doing now, I think MJ will score 50 right now.
Yeah.
MJ was
because you can't touch him.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And there are so many other guys who I think would score 50 right now.
Here's the thing, and that's what I was trying to get to. What will happen in today's era? The same dudes that are considered great, but they're way under Jordan, will be Scottie Pippen will be a superstar.
Yes.
Dominique Wilkins will be more of a superstar than he.
Do you know what Larry Bird would do to this era?
Would be, but yeah, I think Larry Bird would beat Nikola Jokic.
Nah.
I think so. I think so.
You sleeping on Larry?
I think so.
No, because Jokic, what he's doing right now is great, but Jokic, like Larry, was a beast.
Larry was.
See,
I'm not sleeping on. Look, man, I agree.
Larry would bring the ball up. Larry would defend everybody. Larry would lay on everybody's. Larry would punch you in your face.
Yeah.
Like I love Larry. And here's the thing, like I'm a 70s baby.
Yeah.
But boy,
listen, you know who else I wish, and I think that he'll get enough shine because we've got Steph Curry right now. Reggie Miller, bro. Reggie Miller was a monster. He wasn't no bitch.
At all.
Not even
you saw what he's. Well, I don't know if he wasn't no bitch when he was scratching the Mike's eyes.
Hey, listen, bro. Whatever it takes.
But Reggie. But here's the thing that I say about Steph Curry. I'm like everybody, and I heard not Dominique, but Isaiah Thomas say this before, and I completely understood what he was saying. And everyone says Steph Curry changed the game. And he made it, and my thing is, just like Isaiah said, I give Mark Jackson the benefit of changing the game. Because there have always been shooters who could shoot.
Yeah.
You did not have a coach that would say, do it. Mark Jackson is the only coach, because if you look at Mahmoud.
Okay, I thought you were talking about Mark Jackson as a player.
No. As a coach. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf would take off from anywhere. You had Gilbert Arenas shooting from 30, from 40, from 50. Yeah. Like, there were players who would do it, but as soon as you did it, make or miss, you coming to the bench.
Right.
As a coach, we're not allowing that to happen. Mark Jackson said, shoot that shot. That no longer became a bad shot.
Right.
And we did not care if you made it or missed it. It's not a bad shot anymore because analytics say shoot the three. And Steph, you're great at doing this, so go ahead and shoot it. And Steph did change he did change it because he decided to shoot it more often. But just imagine if a coach that had the Reggie Millers or the Ray Allens or the Mahmouds or whomever else back in the day, the Craig, Dennis Scott, the Craig Hodges that would let. Dennis Scott changed the game in the transition three.
Yes, sir.
Dennis Scott definitely would come down and shoot a three in transition.
You better tell him.
Straight up. So I understand Steph Curry and he's great, but as much credit as you give Steph Curry for changing the game, it took a coach to allow that because there were a lot of guys who would do that.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
A lot of guys would do that, but the coach would immediately pull you out of the game and tell you you're not doing no more. Right. Yeah. So now I'm not doing that anymore. So just imagine if Reggie Miller had the freedom to come cross half court and pull.
Time out. Reggie Miller did have the freedom to do that.
No, he didn't.
Indiana was Reggie Miller's
Yes, it was.
But
Reggie Miller was
not. You got to go out of here. That coach was gone.
No, so Reggie Miller was not allowed to come across half court and do what he wanted to do.
Reggie Miller censored himself.
Nobody. There has never been anyone in the league before Steph that was allowed to do whatever he wanted to behind the three-point line.
Yeah, it was.
You think Phil Jackson would have let Michael Jordan come across half court and just jack threes?
But he wasn't.
If.
Be real. But listen, Reggie Miller, here's the thing. Reggie Miller censored himself. There wasn't a coach who told Reggie Miller, you can't shoot that shot. Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, he was. Yes,
no,
he did.
get the fuck out of here.
Yes, he
was.
Carlisle?
You got to be out your goddamn mind.
Yeah.
In Indianapolis,
what was it? You don't think Larry Brown would have said, sit your ass there?
Absolutely not. He could say it, but when it came down to it, if we're going to keep Larry Brown or we're going to keep Reggie Miller, who the fuck you think you're ready to chip off? Bye, Larry.
This is Indiana. You're thinking about Indiana in the 90s.
Right. And there was nothing.
The home of the resurgence of the Klan.
But you say that, but there's nothing else in Indiana but Reggie Miller.
They loved him because he was allowed to do what he needed to do.
Thank you very much. That's it, though.
What he needed to do. What he needed to do. Not what he wanted. What he needed to do. Not what he wanted to do.
The point is that I think Reggie Miller bridled himself to the degree where he's like, you know what?
I'm not gonna get myself in trouble.
I'm not gonna shoot that because my percentage goes down.
I'm not gonna shoot that because
we're in an era right now where 35-40% from beyond the arc is great.
Great. Well, that's always been great. But the thing is,
we're talking.
But Steph shooting 40 from the logo is 40%. So you do what you want to do.
That's otherworldly.
But who would let you do that?
But you gotta remember.
What coach would let you do that?
You know what I haven't heard in a long time? Oh, he went for the high percentage shot.
Bad shot.
You
haven't heard bad shot in a long time.
Back in the day, the high percentage shot was that in the paint, bang, lean on you, turn around, layup.
I was watching the other night and I saw guys pass up layups, passing the ball out to the three-point line. The kick out for three.
Yeah.
And I almost turned the TV off, but Dennis wouldn't let me because he was like, this last basketball I'm gonna see for a while, bro. You can't do that, nigga. I was angry. I almost hurt because I do not understand passing up a two for a potential three.
Well, because your brain
this
works
is a guarantee.
Your brain works mathematically.
And the analytics say
in the paint shot that I'm about to take,
the analytics say
it's going to
different.
be about 95 to 98%. That three-pointer is at best 43%.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make mathematical sense
to me. But analytics say I can take that this 40% from three.
Depending who's out there behind the line.
But what I'm going to also tell you is the Lakers series is done. Lakers series done.
Yeah.
So we're going to transition over to another series that I think is done.
What you done?
We're going to talk about my guys, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, buddy. We're up 3-0 on the Suns. We are up 3-0 on the Suns, and
which is surprising me. Hold on. I didn't listen. Of all the teams, I don't sleep on the Timberwolves ever. But they're not at the level. Like, for me, there's a couple teams in the league that I will never sleep on. Number one is the San Antonio Spurs. Because it seems like no matter who they have on their roster, no matter what, they always.
We're gonna be talking about them for years to come. Years to come.
I don't ever sleep on the Lakers because the Lakers will spend whatever has to be spent to get players to win.
True.
And though, who's the other team? That's
Boston.
Straight and up. Detroit, to be honest with you, because historically,
no. Right now, D. Will and Dennis. We're gonna take a nap on y'all goddamn Pistons for a little minute, all right?
But like these are teams that historically
find a way.
They find a way. That's a
yes.
good way to put it.
Yes.
They find a way. Timberwolves are not in that discussion.
No, we're new. We came in.
They came in with us.
With the Orlando Magic.
And with Miami.
And yeah, so we came in late. And with me, I started as a Timberwolves fan.
And Charlotte, was that the same year?
Charlotte
Yeah.
Charlotte
Orlando, Charlotte, Miami, and Minnesota.
In Minnesota, yeah. So we came in, and once KG showed up, I was like, that's my guy. I watched that kid in high school, and I was like, oh, the kid. Oh, he's who he is. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, that's my favorite player. I went from being a Magic fan to a Barkley fan to a KG fan. So it was like, oh, Cat Williams said you have your allegiance with losers. It's not like you. But KG went ahead and won something with Boston. But what I'm gonna tell you right now is the Minnesota Timberwolves right now are on a move, and the new kid, Anthony Edwards, number one pick. Like, if you have not been watching Anthony Edwards, he is gonna be the new face of the NBA. I don't care what none of you think. He went from a 25-point scorer in the regular season to a 28-point scorer in the postseason. Big Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, the guy that you guys thought was gonna be the one. Nah, we got this kid out of Georgia that went crazy. And this kid, like this, and when I mentioned the passing of the torch, he's about to be the face of the NBA. This kid is about to be the face of the NBA. I see that face you're making. That's the face a lot of people look, because people think about, oh, Tatum is going to be this, and Halliburton is going to be.
Wait. When you say the face of the NBA,
he's about to be
historically the face of the NBA has to be vibrant and electrifying.
You have not seen what this kid is.
Maybe not.
Boy, hey.
Versus John Morant versus Jason.
He's Ja on steroids.
Motherfucker.
Boy, hey, go look up Anthony Edwards highlights. Why you do? I'm gonna talk to y'all because he right now, he does not understand what's going on. So you look up Anthony Edwards highlights. Go to YouTube right now, and if you don't know, hey, you better ask somebody. This kid right now has announced his arrival into the league. This kid right now is, dude, he said his favorite player is Kevin Durant. This kid went out there,
spanking Kevin Durant?
Spanking him! Hey, he went out there and gave Kevin Durant the little lullaby, pulled up in his face, talk to him. KD over there just laughing, having talked to him. The best dunks of the last 3 years have been Anthony Edwards. The best,
3 years? Fuck out of here.
The greatest dunk highlights of the last 3 years belong to that kid. Dog, this year, this dude went up there and banged on cats, dislocated his finger while he's watching. Hey, I'm just gonna tell y'all right now, we all thought Karl Anthony Towns was gonna be the face of Karl Anthony Towns. We thought he was going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves player. And
no, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
You thought. I didn't think that.
Yes, we did.
I didn't think that.
I just think he's a little soft, but
he a cupcake.
sweetheart.
You're Pop-Tart, sweetheart. You soft in the middle.
Yeah, but guess what happened? But guess what happened? But guess what happened? Karl Anthony Towns found out that I got this little brother over here that would knock everybody out. So if you have not been paying attention, Karl Anthony Towns is looking at his little brothers, Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man, and Anthony Edwards is announcing himself right now as the face of the league. Like, he has done some odd things, and he's a little Georgia boy, but this kid right here is special for my Minnesota Timberwolves. KD right now in this series averaging 24, 6, and 3. Booker's averaging 20. Bill's averaging 19. So we're looking at this big three that we thought was going to happen over there in Phoenix. But the Timberwolves right now are what's really happening. And it's up 3-0. So this right here, I'm already calling this series right here to be done. I'm calling this series over. It's over. They may win a couple of games, but they won't win 4 in a row. So hat tip, I can't take my hat off because I ain't cut my hair. So hat tip to the Timberwolves. You know what I mean? Like, my squad, the ones that I'm rooting for, they've been rooting for since '95. Like, we're them ones. But let me see. Rudy Gobert and Big Cat got injured early. So the Timberwolves were the number 1 seed in the West for most of the year. But when Big Cat went down, Rudy Gobert goes down, Anthony Edwards was out there by himself, and he still carried them to a 3 seed in the West.
I hear you.
Bruh, you watching? You see him? Look at him. Step through, step back, fake. All I'm saying is go look at Karl Anthony Towns. Go look at what Anthony Edwards is doing right now. And you're going to understand this kid is showing up. So if you're not a fan already, go be a fan. Be a fan by tomorrow. Be a fan. Don't jump on the bandwagon later. Understand, like, when y'all was looking, it was like, oh, Grant Hill and, oh, Tracy McGrady. Go look at this kid right here. I think he might be Michael Jordan's son.
Listen, bro, you know what I like about this? And y'all,
And he's not scared of none of you
I'm looking at
niggas.
highlights from him right now.
He ain't scared of none of you niggas.
He does not give up.
He ain't scared of none of you niggas.
Here's the problem. Every one of these chase down blocks.
That was to win the game. That was to win the game.
But look at this. The problem is that
This when he broke his hand. This when he dislocated his fingers. Bam!
oh Jesus.
And look at him grab his hand. Oh my God! I just look. That nigga said that may have been my best dunk ever. The give and go.
You know the problem is with that though? Like those chase down blocks, every one of the chase down blocks that I've seen was because he fucked up on the offensive end. He had a turnover.
Yeah. And guess what happens? When I screw up, I gotta go make up for the other end. Guess what a lot of your favorite players don't do? When they screw up, they give up. What my kid do, I'm gonna go make up for that on the
I'll
other.
give you that.
I'm gonna play both sides of the ball.
I'll give you that.
I'm gonna play both sides of the ball.
I'll give you that. Here's the problem though. Timberwolves, Minnesota is not a large market.
At all. And that's what's scaring me a little bit. But again, KG did the same thing. He made
KG had to grind it out in the mud. He had to get it out the mud. And
What-
he was a special talent.
I'm
And
telling
I don't
you.
think this is what I'm problem.
You don't think this kid is special.
No, I think he is.
You don't think he's
Absolutely.
KG special.
Absolutely, I don't think he's KG special.
Oh boy,
know.
you've been missing.
I don't know. Look, I think he's a great talent. I think he's a special talent.
He is the
I don't think he's Kevin Garnett talent.
All right.
Anyway, but listen, man.
We're gonna get off. We've
We've
been
been on sports for a minute.
Yeah.
And this was not a sports show.
At all.
Let me ask you a question, bro.
Uh-huh.
And this is going to be weird. I know this is a hard left turn for y'all. We are hip hop heads.
Straight
We
up
are
and down.
Super hip-hop
Straight up
heads.
and down.
So we've been through. Hip hop is 50 years old. We're in our mid 40s.
You in your mid 40s.
Nigga, you older than me, don't you?
I didn't think he was gonna tell y'all.
Here's
Yeah, man.
the thing. We have seen some of the great. We've seen all of
the great,
battles.
right? We've seen all of the
We've seen
greatest.
all the greatest battles. In hip-hop.
Like I told you, like my introduction to hip hop was Cool Mo D and Busy B.
Yeah.
I think that may have been one of the first hip hop battles ever.
You got me beat. Cause my introduction to hip hop battles was The Bridge Is Over.
Yeah. So you looking at the Bridge, KRS, and MC Shan and the boys. Yeah.
Yep.
So
that was the first one where MC got buried. Like we never heard from MC.
he out there now. He mad. He don't get on.
Hey nigga, nobody give a fuck.
He's there.
I'm so sorry, homie. Like that's the way it goes.
Straight up. But yeah, so we have dealt with all of hip hop's beefs.
Yeah.
And battles.
Right.
And where we are right now, you have seen Kendrick Lamar
Yes, sir.
come out and call out on the Control verse, called out hip hop.
Yeah.
He called out everybody.
Yeah.
And nobody said a word.
Because they're smart.
And then he came out and basically did it again.
Against two individuals specifically.
He did. K. Dot said,
Uh-huh.
ain't no big three, nigga.
Fuck the big three, nigga.
It's just big me.
Just big me.
And this time, nobody stayed quiet.
You're right.
And I think this is what he was expecting the first time.
Right.
He expected, because I think Big Crit said something, but it went on by
You gotta
itself.
remember, the first time
It was a surprise.
it was looked at as like kind of like Ghetto Quran.
Right.
Ghetto Quran, 50 went at everybody, and everybody was just like, all right, nigga.
No.
Loudmouth.
No. What was it? For 50 beef, it was the How to Rob.
How to rob.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had it mixed up.
Because
Right.
that ghetto Quran almost got 50 killed.
Yeah.
That was, and if y'all don't know about that ghetto Quran, boy, he named names and he almost died. So I get that, but I think the first time K. Dot was like, hip hop needs to come back and be this competitive sport that it has been.
Yep.
And it wasn't what he wanted.
Right.
And in this case, he came out and the nigga said, hey, you ain't gonna do this again. Because last time, this right here, what catapulted you to be the king of rap.
Now, let me say this. Kendrick's verse was great. It was a great verse. When it comes to the hierarchy of diss tracks,
Oh, boy.
it wasn't that great
Not at
for
all.
me.
Not at all.
Now,
It wasn't controlled.
you know what I do think though? Oh Lord.
Spill it.
What I do think though is that J. Cole's response, it was magical. Now, for y'all at home listening, and you can
We don't know if we can play any of this, so we're not going to play it.
We're not gonna play it.
We're not.
I want you can verify this. The moment I heard Kendrick's verse,
This nigga hit
I
me with
texted
like,
him
this
right away.
might be
I was
what
like,
we've been
this
looking
is what
for.
we've been waiting for. This is what I'm looking because, and then it's not because of Drake, because I'm not a Drake fan. This is where we differ. He's a Drake fan. I'm not a Drake fan. But I
Princess.
I knew when it came to lyrics, and I knew when it came to bars.
Drake he would show up.
Drake and J. Cole was getting ready to give me something.
He was going to show up.
And now J. Cole came back and he did not disappoint.
Oh man, that 7-minute drill or whatever it was,
yeah.
and it was
That
I
shit.
might delete later. I was like, why would you delete that? And I loved what J. Cole did because it was good for hip hop. However, I understood why J. Cole came back and was like, my bad, because I dissed you on some shit that ain't even make no sense.
Then explain that to me because I don't understand why he did that.
Because I'm gonna say your album was garbage, and I listened to your album,
you're a liar.
and your album wasn't garbage.
Right.
I came back and said a whole bunch of stuff about you that wasn't true because it was just in a diss, and it was like I had to say something because I got to say something back to you this time because the last time I let everything go, and that's why he came back. He was like, I can't come back and say, like to say that the big step in Mr. Morale was a garbage album is a lie. To come back and say it flopped, that's a lie.
Right.
The numbers don't bear it out, and that's what I don't understand about Drake saying, "Oh man, it was it's not true because it sold more records than your dance record did, so you can't say it was a flop.
Right.
So cut it out. But I understand having to say something because you said something, I gotta say something. So I'm gonna come back and give you something.
That's the heart of battle rap.
To
That's
lie?
the heart of the battle.
To lie?
To embellish.
Yeah, but guess what? Our favorite battles, where was the embellishing? Where was it? In the true essence of what hip hop has been, in
right.
your favorites,
Yeah.
and you mentioned our favorites, and where was the embellishing?
You're
Like maybe Tupac said, "First off, I fucked." Did he really?
let's be clear.
We can't even confirm he didn't do it.
Let's be clear. The hardest opening line in any battle ever in life was, "First off, fuck your
You
nigga."
click.
And
Fuck.
the click you
No,
claim-
he say fuck your bitch and the click. Like, why you gotta fuck her?
You
What she
claiming
do?
to be a player, but I fucked your wife.
Oh, that sucked. That hurt.
Now, let me explain something to y'all. I am married.
Let a nigga tell you that.
I am married. If you look me in my face, and I don't care
Hold on,
if
hold on,
it's
hold
true
on.
or not.
Let's take the shot right quick because
I
I need to take a break. I need you to come down off of that because you was about to get angry because as if Tupac said it about you.
I want to explain something to you. When you talk about your girlfriend, when you talk about your baby mama, but if a nigga look you in your face and said, "First off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim."
We bust on Bad Boy.
Now, and then the next line he says is, "You're claiming to be a player, but I fucked your wife."
Your wife. Your wife.
If somebody came and told me that today, in my life, if you've ever seen me, if you've seen me in the last 7 years, 8 years, you have not ever seen me without a firearm on my person.
Here you go.
I will pull on you like right there because that, to me,
Nope.
I've been married for a long time.
Long.
I've been married for a long time, and I've invested a lot of money and time and energy into that relationship. If you told me that today, I'd probably shoot you in the face and go sit down and wait for the police to show up.
Sit on your chest and wait for the police to show up.
Right. Because I wanted to be no mistaken that I'm the one who did that shit.
Out of Pappy.
So, so to me, that is one of the greatest diss songs of all time.
One of the greatest.
One of the.
greatest.
Now, I'm gonna tell you why I don't think that's my favorite diss
It's not
song.
It's not the greatest. It's not the greatest.
Wait, on three, we're gonna say our favorite diss song of all time. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
No Vaseline.
Yo, let me tell you why.
The greatest.
Let me tell you why. No Vaseline at a time when there was no crew behind him. It was one man versus the largest group in hip hop at the time. And he was aiming at everybody.
Every
Now,
one of you.
I'm a
and he
takeover
sniped
fan.
all of them niggas.
I'm a Takeover fan.
Uh-huh.
I'm
I'm an Ether fan.
I'm an Ether fan.
Uh-huh.
I'm a DMX fan.
Uh-huh.
People sleep on that used to be my dog.
You was in my left titty.
Scream, ride or die.
Thought you would die with.
I love
Y'all didn't know that was a Ja Rule diss,
that
did
was a
you?
definite Ja Rule.
Y'all ain't. Hey, listen to it again. Listen to it again.
But that to me, the odds that he was up against, and you gotta remember, this is Ice Cube at a time when he had just left the biggest rap group,
The most dangerous crew.
the most dangerous group in the world,
Y'all knew it was him.
and the highest. Like,
You don't
they're,
understand.
Like, they're on top.
I listen to that song every single day.
Yes, sir.
Every
You
day.
listen today? You still?
No. When it dropped,
yeah.
I listen to that song every day.
Right.
It was in my headphones on my way to school every day, and it was, goddamn, I'm glad y'all set it off.
Bruh.
every day in my head. And this why I had problems in middle school because, goddamn, I'm glad y'all set it off.
Here's the thing.
Every day.
Let me tell you. What was funny about it was that Ice Cube, at a moment when he could have been, he was not on top of the game. Ice Cube was just another nigga.
He was definitely just another nigga at that point.
He was just another nigga at the
He
time.
was the writer, but he had just come from the greatest rap crew ever. He had just come from being a part of the greatest rap crew, but he went off on his own.
Nobody knew who the fuck he was.
We did because he had just come from there, but we did not know that it was bad business between them. We didn't know that he hated them.
What we didn't know was that 90% of the rhymes that was spit by NWA was written by him.
We knew that.
Hip hop heads knew that.
Right.
But
the general public didn't know.
If anything that we've learned from Drake is we've learned that, you know what?
And that's where
it's not necessarily what is what the perception
is.
Right.
And that's my thing with Drake is with your battle raps, they can question your pen.
Right.
Ice Cube, we knew Ice Cube wrote for Easy.
We
knew Ice Cube wrote for. We knew Ice Cube wrote for Dre. The only people in NWA that we knew were writing for themselves were Ren and Cube. Those were the only people that we knew were writing for themselves. Was Ren and Cube. So it was like, when you get that 99, hey, we got 99 problems, but we still got one to go. Like the Benedict Arnold line, we knew Dre didn't write that. And Cube. We didn't know that.
We knew that.
Okay, the general public didn't know that.
Okay. Like, let's be real. The general public didn't find out that Dre wasn't a rapper.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Me being entrenched in this shit.
That Eazy-E wasn't a rapper until later on.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So when it became common knowledge that Dre wasn't a real rapper, I want to say
Deep cover.
No. Yeah, maybe Deep Cover.
We knew he didn't write Deep Cover. Well, actually, we didn't. We
were hip hop heads.
You're right.
And what you got to understand, this is at a point in time in history where the average listener to hip hop
didn't care.
Was Caucasian teenagers.
No, that's when they started coming into hip hop.
Right. So us hip hop heads, understood. Like the title of hip hop head.
Right.
We were like, we want to know who wrote it.
We're reading every linear note in every album.
Niggas who go to damn Peaches
and Sam Goody and Blockbuster Music.
And while the music is playing, we open that bitch up. And
You're right. The average radio listener did not know.
Right.
You're right.
It matters to us who wrote that. It matters to us who came up with this concept. We were fans.
Okay, so
for the average, the money, and this is borne out in Dr. Dre's sales and Snoop Dogg's sales.
Yes.
At that time, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre started going up the charts.
Yes.
And let's be real, nobody was listening to Ice Cube except real hip hop heads.
Well, nah. Again,
nigga, who was Today Was a Good Day? And then after that, what?
America's Most Wanted went platinum. That's why he went in there and tore up them people building.
Yeah.
He went in there, and then he heard
America's Most Wanted was before What's My Name?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's when he went because he was going platinum, but then he understands like when NWA dropped that second album.
Yeah.
And then he was like, they dissing me? I didn't even have nothing to do with it. Like I didn't say nothing about them on my first album.
Right.
And then they gonna diss me, and then that's when that nigga said, "God damn, I'm glad y'all said it off."
Hey,
you used to be hard, not no. And this is why this is the greatest diss record in history. And we're gonna get back to these new niggas in a minute.
Fuck them niggas.
No.
Go ahead.
The greatest diss, because I went at every nigga in this group I just left. And I ain't lied about none of y'all niggas, and you couldn't say nothing back. I broke up your group.
Right.
I broke up your group.
Nothing. There was nothing
There was nothing you can say. What could you say?
Where's the lie?
Right. Where's the? He was like, oh, and then he was like, oh, he's anti-Semite. Really? You let a Jew break up my
Jews. I was talking about fucking
that
Jerry
nigga,
Heller.
that Jew. You let a Jew break up my crew. That guy. And if you didn't watch Straight Outta Compton, go watch it. But everything I'm talking about, I learned way before Straight Outta Compton came out. Because again, I listen to this song every day. And this nigga, dog, Eazy's dick is smelling like MC Ren shit. Dog, when he said that, I'm on the bus as a 7th grader, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, listen to this. The nigga.
Now you gotta remember, at the time, I wasn't in it at the time. Here's what, let me explain my experience.
I was fully engulfed in that. It was Uncle Luke and Ice Cube.
Let me explain my experience. My experience was Snoop Dogg comes out, right?
Oh, you were missing. You came after this?
Yeah.
Ooh, you missed the good stuff.
Let me get it. Mr. Buster,
where the fuck you at? Hey, scrap a lick, so I know you got your gat. My dick on hard. Fucking you rolled off from niggas you grew up with, homies you grew up with.
That right there.
Won't even protect you.
So when I first heard that, I had no idea it was a diss. I didn't know what was going on. So here's the thing. When that came out,
do you know how many niggas was being dissed in that record?
I do now. At the time, I did not.
No. You didn't know he was talking about Luke. You didn't know he was talking about.
I had no fucking idea.
That Tim M.U.T. You ain't know Tim M.U.T. Tim Dog.
I didn't know, nigga. So listen, I just thought, like, because you gotta remember, one thing that Dre has always been able to do was put a track together that made you.
So you ain't care about what was being said. Oh yeah. You ain't care about what was being said.
So when I heard that, I was like, "Yo, these niggas is nice."
Right. When you became an MC.
Right.
You started studying lyrics.
That's when I started realizing, like, oh shit, wait a minute.
That's a shot.
These niggas was shooting. Who the fuck is he talking about?
Right.
Now I dig in over here.
Right.
And that's when I understood who Ice Cube was.
So I'm gonna go ahead and ask you a question as an MC.
Yep.
Chris Brown had something to say about
he did.
Quavious.
Yep.
Who you get a nod to?
Breezy.
Wow. He's not an MC. He's not an MC.
He's not. Here's the thing. I listened to, and like full disclosure, on the way to this episode, I did my research, more research. Like I listened in passing to the
all of it,
to all the other shit. But I listened to Chris Brown today. That nigga was
He barred it out.
He barred it out. And it's the thing. As a musician, I listen to R&B niggas, and one thing that is going back, and Tank is, and I salute the Tank.
The singer Tank.
The singer Tank.
He might be my like third favorite nigga ever in life. Ever in life.
Right.
That nigga's a beast.
That nigga is pushing right now. His whole label is R&B Money.
R&B Money Podcast. Hey, I hate to shout out another nigga. R&B Money Podcast. Hey, salute to them niggas.
Check that shit out.
Them niggas go catch the JC the KC Joint, and go check the one where he's talking with his co-host. It's like a 2-parter. I listened to that shit when we was in Orlando the last time. I listened to that shit for 2 days, dog.
Hey, listen, man. The thing is about Tank.
Check that.
If you think about old school R&B, them niggas said what they meant.
Yeah.
And they put it out, laid it out. By the end of the song, you had
no questions
as to what they were fucking talking about.
Yes.
Chris Brown did that. And turned it around in the hip hop, and he just chopped up the R&B where there'll be a lot of whole notes and half notes. He put it in quarter notes and 16th.
And bing, 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 bing.
And he ate that nigga to like. And here's the thing: if I was to put that against like a Takeover,
no,
we're not gonna do that.
No.
But
for what it is today,
right? For what it is today,
and this is.
And Quavo had nothing that he could come back.
That was going to be my next thing. Is there anything that Quavo can do now?
No. Absolutely
because he did have a rebuttal
it was done.
with some help
from fucking
Offset, yeah, from the Migos.
I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, I don't listen to Migos.
I don't know the Migos either, but we did mention Takeoff earlier today, and it was like, yeah, we're gonna take off on it. Tragic. But he should have, like Chris says, stop mentioning beating bitches because we saw you beat a bitch in the elevator. Because what do you really have to say against CB other than he punched Rihanna in the face? And that right there may have been the downfall of that young man. She shouldn't have said that nigga couldn't dance. You're right.
Let me be clear.
She shouldn't have said that nigga couldn't dance.
Chris Brown is a great singer.
I do. I do.
You think he's a great singer?
Breeze.
Vocally?
It's okay. After this over, because he apparently he ain't going home tonight. I'm gonna make the nigga listen to Breezy all night. Nigga, Breezy is a beast. That nigga's a vocalist.
Vocally?
Yes.
Compared to who?
Name one.
Vocally.
Name one.
I start thinking about Tank. I think about Jamie Foxx. I think about Luther Vandross.
Nigga, he would eat Jamie Foxx for breakfast.
You out your goddamn mind.
Oh my Jesus! See.
Oh my God.
Let's take this shot right here because apparently because apparently this nigga thinks Jamie Foxx can sing. Oh my God. This nigga thinks Jamie
Foxx can sing.
Have you heard Jamie Foxx next to Leandra?
Yeah, but you can't. But is this like?
Imagine C Breezy next to her.
He can't fucking hang.
He would win over Jamie. Jamie has no pitch. Jamie had
what?
Oh my God!
What?
See, I look at the headphones that fell out my ear. All right, so. Hey, so what y'all really realizing about this podcast is me and him, we gonna argue about music, we gonna argue about politics, we gonna argue about black people and white people. I'm a Republican, he's one of them, what do they call y'all?
I am a proud independent.
Right. So we do have our moments where we will beef, but Jamie Foxx does not have pitch. If you listen to Jamie's albums, guess who is featured mostly on Jamie's albums? Tank. I'm a Tank fan. Are you a Tank fan?
I'm an absolute Tank fan.
You got to be a Tank fan.
I'm an absolute Tank fan.
And guess who wrote and produced and got Jamie out of that fuck shit he was doing?
Tank.
Yeah, exactly. But imagine him doing that with Breezy.
Yo, no, wait a minute.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch. Can't touch.
Wait, all right. I'm gonna put it like this. Chris Brown
is better than.
Say it. It's better than who? You think he's a better vocalist than
Usher?
Okay. You gonna say he's a better vocalist than Jamie Foxx?
100%. Oh, that's easy. Oh, that is easy. Oh my God. Excuse me. Put me on my camera. Excuse me. Put me on my camera.
Hold on. Wait. Go ahead.
All right. So this is how, when it comes to music, like Tech's a musician, and he does a lot of great work with the music world. However, when it comes to hearing, how Dave Chappelle did it. Come see your boy for sure. I've got the ear. I'll even hit the note if I need to. But bro, are you really finna tell me that Breezy ain't better than Jamie Foxx?
Nigga, you gotta be out your goddamn mind.
Oh,
you gotta be out your mind.
How many times you seen Chris Brown off key?
How many times you seen Jamie Foxx off key?
Every day. Anytime you seen Fox live?
Wait a minute.
Here we go. Hey, Lou, nigga, this is like having a conversation between Monica and goddamn Brandy. This is that conversation.
Right, and I would take Jamie 3 days, every day, and twice on Sunday.
I need to call some people to come fuss at you on the internet. Put the camera on you. I'm
Chris Brown is a better vocalist than Jamie Foxx?
Oh my Jesus! This young man does not understand.
Hey, hold on, listen, ladies and gentlemen.
Bro, oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I need where's my phone? Oh, my phone is recording something. Are you using my phone?
Yeah, your phone's over there as the camera.
Dang it. I need to find. Shana! Toya! Chrissy! Ashley!
You think Chris Brown is a better vocalist than Jamie Foxx?
Oh my God, how do you not?
What? Wait. I'm so confused.
No. You're not. You're just wrong.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna put the camera on you. And
I'm trying to find people. Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna put
Y'all pause us for a second. Give me 10 minutes.
real quick.
Give me 10 minutes.
And I'm gonna put this on right now. If I had cancer, they tell me to pray and go see my oncologist.
Mm-hmm.
If I got high blood pressure, they tell me to pray and do what my doctor told me to do.
But if I'm depressed,
it's a demon and I need prayer. Men died by suicide 3.9 times more than women. That's almost 4 times as much as women.
And these are 2021 stats?
These are 2021 stats.
So you realize that 2019, 2020, COVID-19 had these guys had to stay at home with their wives for a whole year. We out here. If I'm mad that you won't let me do what I want to do in all levels, and then when I get there and I dominate, then my own people look at me and go, "You left us here." Right. Nigga, I didn't leave you, nigga. I thought this was the goal. Because the thing is, we knew that we was gonna fucking dominate. We was better than them before. As a man, if you can't take care of yourself, you don't deserve no coochie.
I agree.
That's to me. If you can't support yourself, you know the last thing you need to be worried about is getting laid.
Listen to what I'm saying to you though. Number one, the only reason I agree with that statement is because doing that could possibly produce a child that you can't take care of.
horrible. Oh, he's a good. But that what you telling me? That what you telling me is gonna be better than Breezy?
Bro.
That what you telling me is gonna be better than Breezy?
Listen, man.
FOH.
Hey, listen, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Jamie Foxx is hands down a better vocalist than Chris Brown.
And that's where we're gonna have to end this episode here because this nigga's full of shit. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
All right, so listen. Let's put it this way. This is what we were talking about.
These rap beefs.
This is where I want to go. We grew up in a time frame
Real life.
where rap beefs were ubiquitous, and niggas prided themselves on bars. Now, Kendrick Lamar had bars. J. Cole had bars. I think this is where me and you differ. I don't think that Drake was up to par.
And you're right. This is where we're gonna split on this because I think Drake definitely had some. I'm gonna tell you better than you can tell me. He had some of those. Before you can spit it on me, I'm gonna spit it on you type bars because he came at K Dot and was like, "Hey man, you're supposed to be the bully and the boogeyman, and you haven't given us anything yet. So hey,
man, Drake hangs his hat on. Hey, I can put out mediocre shit quicker than you can get back and respond.
And that's the back-to-back shit because he came out with one disc and then he came out with another, and he is definitely I'm gonna give you the bars that are gonna be in the club because this shit can play everywhere. But here's what I consider with Kendrick, and this is what a lot of people don't understand and don't feel with where I feel with it is. I came out here and just said, "Hey, let the games begin."
Right.
K Dot said, "Let the games begin."
Right.
And I dropped 5 bars that make you niggas get out. And again, like the last time I came with the control verse, and you motherfuckers was gonna have to holler at me,
right,
and say something. And I came out this time and I just said, I gave you 5 bars that were referring to y'all.
Right.
Let the fucking games begin. Go get it. And my problem with what Drake did is you took the fucking bait. You took the bait. You let a nigga drop. You let a nigga drop 5 bars, and now you are in your fucking. You tucking in your panties, trying to. I gotta beat him. I gotta beat him. And K Dot has not responded yet. Dog, like to me, for you to go out here and give me, I'm gonna put this out here, and then I'm gonna put this out here with Tupac and Snoop.
That was so stupid. That was so bad.
What I didn't like about that is Drake doesn't understand West Coast politics.
Not at all.
And I don't completely understand West Coast politics, but I understand niggas will die.
Yeah.
This gang shit, this West Coast shit, them niggas will click up.
Not to be played with.
And they will kill everybody. So that's what I didn't understand about that portion of it. But for me, it's K-Dot came out and said, "Hey, niggas, say something." And last time with the verse he did for the dude out of Detroit on the Big Sean joint, the Control verse, there weren't enough people that responded. And then this time, I'm calling all y'all niggas out again. Say something.
Here's the issue I have. Drake is a great entertainer, but when it comes to bars and putting together something that I feel like, and this is the thing, this is not Meek Mill that he's battling.
Right.
He's going against a nigga who can really do
rap.
this.
I'm a rap nigga.
Right. And so Now, the bigger battle to me was between K. Dot and J. Cole.
Right.
Because J. Cole, out of all
He's
the bars
respected as a bar general.
Lyricist.
Right. He's a bar general.
And what happened to me, what I found in this whole situation was Kendrick Lamar, two joints from Drake, and one joint from J. Cole.
And nobody cares about
Out
the
of
Drake
all
shit.
4 of them,
Nobody cares about Drake.
we don't give a fuck.
And that's the problem with
This ain't back to back, nigga.
right, because with him and Meek it was different, but they like we look at what K. Dot said, and then Drake kept on replying, and it's like, bruh, if you got to keep on doing this, you've already lost.
But you gotta remember, this ain't the first time that strategy failed for Drake.
No, back to back worked for Drake.
Back to back worked for Drake, but you know what didn't work for Drake? When he tried to go at fucking Pusha T.
There was nothing he could have done, because when Drake came out and said Push won, because Push broke the game.
But see, this is the thing. What that showed me was that you can go at a nigga who's not gonna be able to lyrically be able to assassinate you. But you tried it with fucking Pusha T, and you realize, oh shit, I may have gone further than I needed.
Bit off a little more than I could chew.
You're absolutely right.
And there was nothing Drake could say after
Now,
Push did that story added on. There was no, and he said I had something that would have killed his career.
You're
Nigga,
lying.
we know everything about Push.
And this is the other thing. Let me go ahead and put it this way. Back in the day, there were no off limits.
At all.
Nigga, if I had something that could kill you, you'd be dead tomorrow.
And that's the other thing that I really don't like about this new age beef.
They real soft. They real feminine.
You don't really know me, so you can say what you want to say, and it sounds bad, but when there was beef back in the day, I knew, like, okay, we mentioned our top 5, so we're gonna get out of here
Give me your top
on
5.
these top 5.
Yeah.
All right, so it's gonna be number 1 is gonna be No Vaseline. That's my number 1 greatest diss record ever, because one nigga took on the crew and killed him.
And if I was looking at it from a point of the bravest diss tracks, I would say that. But my number 1 diss track, and I am not a huge Tupac fan, is Hit 'Em Up.
Hit 'Em Up's gonna be number 2 on my list.
And No Vaseline is gonna be number 2 on mine.
Okay. All right, so we're close on that.
Yep.
The Bridge Is Over. Chris is my number 3.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
What's your number 3?
I'm with you there.
Okay, so that's number 3.
All right. And man, I'm gonna make a lot of people mad with this. Bridge Over be number 5.
What's your number 3?
Number 3 would be The Takeover.
Ooh, see,
Here's the thing. I know people say the Ether is better than Takeover.
That's my number 3. That's my number 3.
The Takeover is number 3.
I think
Ether is number 4 to me.
Takeover is number 3 to me.
And the
Ether's number 3 to me. Takeover is number 4 to me.
The reason the Takeover is number 3 to me is because I feel like without metaphors, without similes, without anything else, JC laid it out plain.
He did.
It was like the takeover, the break's over, nigga. The God MC, me,
Jehovah. Like, I loved
right
it.
there
I
was
loved
like,
it.
oh, shit.
I loved it. And me and you had this conversation before, and this is what brings me to my number 5. It's Cannabis.
He didn't make it my top 5.
Cannabis, dang on second round knockout.
Really? Wait. So your number one is No Vaseline.
No Vaseline.
Your number 2 is Hit 'Em Up.
Hit 'Em Up.
Number 3 is Ether. Number 4 is Takeover, and number 5 is
The Bridge Is Over.
The Bridge Is Over.
The Bridge Is Over was my number 3. The Bridge Is Over is number 3.
Number 4 is
Ether.
And number 5 is
I Eat MCs.
Really? Cannabis beats out Jay-Z? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cannabis is a close number 6 for me.
He is. Well, I'm gonna say this, but because
The Bridge Is Over is number 5 for me.
Ooh.
I got Hit 'Em Up.
Hit 'Em Up.
And then
No Vaseline.
No Vaseline. And then Takeover. Then Ether. Then The Bridge Is Over.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's solid. But for me, like, to me, I can't put Cannabis ahead of
Understandable.
And I can't put whatever LL Cool J replied back to that. And this is why me and Ether aren't like number 2 or number 3, because this nigga said all he had to say about you.
Right.
And all you had to do was take what he said and rebut it.
Right.
And I'm not a fan of rebuttal raps. Like,
I like it.
I don't like because it's too simple. It's too simple.
No, but you look at it this way.
LL Cool J told Can I Bust, he was like, "You gonna have to get Mr. Farrakhan, or you gonna have to get Jesse Jackson to do." Like, nigga, like, I gave you everything you needed already.
Right, but see, that's what I like about it. I like the fact that this is why I like Charlie Clips in actual battle rap.
Right.
Because Charlie Clips will listen to you rhyme. And then his first 8 bars of his is going to be a rebuttal.
His freestyle is going to be a rebuttal to that.
It's going to be a rebuttal to what you said.
Yeah.
I think that if you say stuff about me, because we've already established that battle rappers, when you're in a battle, you embellish the truth.
Definitely.
So
definitely.
I think that if you can tastefully rebut what I said and make it lyrical, and then it leads into more shit, I salute you for that.
But I'm gonna tell you
think
this
that's really
right
good.
If I can go into a battle rap and I can battle all of y'all by myself,
right?
Nigga, you can't beat me.
And that's where No Vaseline comes in.
Exactly. And that's why Hit 'Em Up can't be number 1. Because
the reason I say
because he said, "Get out the way, yo, get out the way, yo, Biggie Small just got dropped." That was not Pac. That was another nigga.
Right.
All I need is a nigga to come out and say, "It's me versus y'all."
Well, see, I think Pac established that with, first off, fuck your bitch.
He did. He definitely did. But he let another nigga come out here and have something to say.
And
you don't get.
I'll give you that. If there was a detriment to his verse, that is the detriment.
It was 2 other niggas.
Track,
it was 2 other niggas.
Now, here's the problem that I have, though. You got to remember that Tupac said that at a time where niggas weren't calling niggas out.
And that was the beautiful thing.
They were being subliminal.
Right.
Subliminal. And Tupac came right out and said, fuck. And then in between verses, he was shooting at other niggas. In case you thought you was getting ready to get it. You know what I'm saying?
And that nigga came at everybody. But I get it. But for a nigga to come out and say, "I'm glad y'all said it."
Yeah.
Now let's go ahead and get. Now I can go at all of y'all. And this nigga went at every member of the group.
Now I could imagine Ice Cube going, he said what? God damn, I'm waiting on that shit. Here we go.
Right. That nigga stressed out. That nigga stressed out. That nigga said, "Dre, you need to stick to producing. Goddamn Yella, you use it. Hey, Ren, like you used to be my homie. Like you act like you don't know me."
Let me ask you a question. How much does the track play a part in the diss?
A lot. And that's why Drake in this situation is kind of like, you tried to make another party record like you did with Back to Back, and it kind of missed. You kind of missed.
You know what I think though? Like, so here's the thing. What stood out to me a lot was like let's take the Takeover, for instance. We even take Ether, right?
I love Takeover.
The track itself was secondary to the bar.
Right.
With Drake,
yeah,
I feel like the track is primary, and what he's saying accents what the track is doing.
What I don't like about what Drake did is like it's too repetitive.
Right.
It's too repetitive. And
now, are we both in agreement that Quavo should just shut up?
Quavo should have shut the fuck up.
All right, cool.
Like Breezy just
you got body by a singing nigga.
Right.
Like for real.
Like and then to bring in a nigga that you've been beefing with, you bring in this nigga and this nigga like,
listen, man,
bitches, your bitches.
Hey, salute to Chris Brown.
Breezy, hey,
Chris Brown,
bruh.
He spit, and I was like,
I was surprised,
wait a minute.
And I knew he spit because he did the track with Busta, and the nigga was spitting, and I was like, Chris Brown can spit, but for him to step outside of the singing nigga,
this is the first time I heard Chris Brown give me a full 16 where I didn't fall off anywhere in that 16.
And you didn't want to skip it.
Right.
And I listened to and here's my problem. I listened to what Drake did, and I wanted to skip it because it sounded the same over and over.
Yeah.
I listened to what Quavo and what's the other nigga name? Cardi B's husband. I'm gonna just call you Cardi because I don't know your name and I don't because
it's Quavo, Takeoff, and Offset.
Oh, okay, it's Offset. Yeah, Offset. I didn't care what you had to say
Not
either.
At all. Not even a little bit.
And y'all niggas didn't like each other before you did the uncle and the nephew joint with Takeoff, and then all of a sudden you need some help with a singing nigga. Hated that. So yeah, you can definitely be gone. And Rick Ross. That was fun. 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 But again, it's the same cadence as everything else Rick has done. And then Drake came out and told that nigga, like, nigga, every number one you've had, it was mine. So, damn, Rick.
And that right there,
damn, Rick.
Reality killed it. Now, if I was going lyric for lyric, if I was going
right,
just
because I think
Rick Ross got that.
Because everything that Drake is talking
about, Rick Ross fan.
Right, because everything that Drake is talking about is money related, and as when it comes to bars, I don't give a fuck about the bread.
Right.
Like there's a lot.
Do this,
and I think that's what K-Dot was talking about with the Drake thing. Is like you can make the money, nigga, but when it comes to respect.
I got that.
And Drake is trying to put himself back in that stance where I'm respected as a lyricist, and I've always been a Drake fan as a lyricist, but I don't think
You're a Drake fan as a lyricist?
Yeah, dog.
That hurts my feelings a little bit.
You need to go back to the
original. So let me put it this way.
To the early Drake.
When it comes down to it, so all of the people who are involved, we got Kendrick Lamar.
What you got in the cup over there?
Oh, snap. I got another one in
You took yours already?
No.
You need to pour one right quick. See how I do?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's all right.
This nigga.
Come on. I got you got nothing? You said you ain't got nothing in there?
No, I do have some in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's take this shot. Salute. Because we're about to be out of here, so it's all right. You can do that.
Out of all the people involved,
Drake's a lyricist, though. He is a lyricist.
You got Drake, you got Kendrick Lamar, you got J. Cole, you got Rick Ross. Rank them in this battle, particularly. In this battle, and Chris Brown.
And Quavo.
And Quavo. Quavo's number 6 anyway.
Yeah,
we know.
Quavious.
So who's number 1?
Number 1, based on everything that's been put out.
That's just been put out.
Drake.
What?
Yeah.
I would say J. Cole. J. Cole's versus.
Nah, I'm gonna put J. Cole twice. I'm gonna put J. Cole number 2.
No. I'd say J. Cole, and then I'd say
Drake.
Kendrick Lamar.
Ooh.
Then I'd say Rick Ross. And then I'd say Drake. Then I'd say.
Wow.
Actually, no. I'd say Chris Brown, Rick Ross, and Drake.
All right, I'm gonna go Drake number 1.
Wow.
And then I'm gonna go.
Disappointed.
No, you gotta listen to the music again. Drake has set the standard for this particular battle.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go with what K-Dot said, because K-Dot started it all. I'm gonna go with J. Cole next.
Wow.
Then I'm gonna go with Breezy. Then I'm gonna go with Rick Ross, and then I'm gonna go with Quavious.
We already know Quavo's last. But let me ask you a question. You think that Drake's verses were better than?
Because
and I'm not a Rick Ross fan.
Because of the strategic matter in which Drake handled this, yes.
Okay, listen. I'll put it this way.
Did you listen to the?
I listened to all of it.
And you heard the way that Drake brought in Tupac and Snoop.
And I thought it was an atrocity.
It was.
I thought it was terrible.
But when you listen to what he was saying during those verses,
yeah, it was still garbage.
This nigga told he told dang on K Dot, hey man, as Snoop Dogg, hey, we gave you the mantle at the House of Blues. You gotta be able to hold it down. You better run with it. And this guy has been talking, and you ain't said nothing back yet. You sound like you're losing. And then, as Tupac, he came out and said, hey, this light-skinned nigga from Canada, hey, diss him for me too. Tell him he is this and that. Like that, right? Like the fact that he went out there and took those West Coast legends and decided.
I am so disappointed in you.
How so?
Because, like, bar for bar.
Now, the bars aren't that good, but I'm talking about strategically. As far as, we going to go bar for bar?
Art of war type shit?
Yes! You mean as far as bars go?
Bars, yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. All right, well, Drake does not measure up as far as bars go.
Right, and see that, and this is the thing.
That's why I said strategic.
You had to come back bar heavy and clever and
well, if it goes for bar,
yeah.
Chris Brown had the greatest bars.
Yo,
he had the best bars of everybody.
I won't argue with
that. He had the best bars of everybody.
He got busy, bro.
Bruh, Breezy,
Anyway, listen,
Breezy went in, and I'm sorry, but I was expecting something different.
Yeah.
From the Migos crew.
Why?
That nigga said my chick like Casamigos, not the Migos. God damn it.
Hey, listen, man. I'll put it to you like this. Y'all
Breezy.
put in the comments who you think was the best out of that. Like, who you riding with. Like, and man, understand, this is the difference. Who you riding with, and who do you think so far in this battle, because there's a lot of people involved in this whole
It's a lot
situation.
of battles going on.
You tell us who you think is getting busy lyrically.
Yeah, because what we got to do, we got to get to the sprinkler game.
Yo, so what we're going to do right now, Tommy with an H has a little bit of game that he's going to drop on y'all right now. And we gonna do this right now real quick. But before we do that, I wanted to tell y'all something. Number one, thank y'all so much for rocking with us this long. Remember, July 20th, our live show will be together.
Hit us.
Everybody's invited. I want y'all to log in. Make sure that right now, wherever you're watching, you like, subscribe to the Let's Get Canceled podcast. And you follow us, man. Share it with your friends. Make sure that you spread this out. If you like the content that you're getting right now, make sure that you tell somebody else about it, all right? Hey.
We drunk. We drunk right now. We drunk right now. Like, hey, if you like to get drunk,
hey, listen.
10 to 1 will get her done, goddammit.
10 to 1 will get it done.
Get her done. Hey, because you've seen us drink a lot. You've seen us drink a lot, but
this is the first time that y'all seen me take shot for shot.
That nigga drunk. He drunk right now. Hey,
so, all right, let's give him another game, man. Give him the game.
We're gonna sprinkle a little bit of game, and I'm gonna talk to everybody right now. I'm not gonna talk to the ladies. I'm not gonna talk to the guys. I'm talking to everybody. If you have a goal in your life and your significant other is telling you not to try, you leave them where they are and you go get it.
Preach, sir.
there is never a time where someone should tell you not to try to better yourself. We mentioned tonight one of the homies that was attempting to better himself.
He's walking in it.
And there were people in his life telling him why he should not move forward with trying to better himself. So this is for everybody. Men, women, whatever it is, young or old. If you have an option to attempt to better your life, if they're telling you that you should not try, they're not for you. Also, yeah,
there's more.
There is more. I got a homie that sent me some stuff earlier this week talking about her husband.
Oh my God.
Who did not want to accept responsibility for his part in the bull that went on in their lives. Like, I know me. I've run away from home before. And niggas, you can run away from home, but if you go back, make sure that you go back and understand your part in the bullshit that has happened in your life. You apologize and you stand up and make it right. So ladies, if he leaves, it's okay for him to leave. But if he comes back, you make sure that you get your part and your understanding. Say everything you want to say. And make sure that you deal with that the way that you want to deal with it. But guys, stop being suckers.
So what you're saying is, if you've got a plan and you're working that plan, we ain't talking about these little soft niggas.
No.
Coming up
right.
Like these 45-year-old wannabe rappers.
Right.
We talking about niggas who got a plan, who's really chasing that dream. You should have a partner who is supporting you and pushing you towards that dream.
Like my nigga that has decided to take this thing on 36-hour trip to Vegas.
Wow. I was not expecting you to go.
Yeah, like my dog that's decided to, hey, bruh, I was gonna be your producer and I was gonna work for you, but I gotta go. If there's somebody telling you not to go, and you know this is gonna be something that could be better for you, ain't no way in hell you allow them to stop you from doing what you gotta do. So Dennis, once again, bruh.
Wow.
Keep on pushing, baby.
Yo,
hey, keep pushing, bro. Hey, I'ma holler at you. Hey, love you to death, my nigga. I'ma holler at you tomorrow. You should be there tomorrow, bro. Hey, keep pushing. Do what you gotta do. And everything that's trying to hold you back here, back home, bro. Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hey, when you get there, hey, we coming to visit. Oh, yeah. You already say Doc trying to get there for his birthday in July anyway, bruh. I just need somewhere to be. Hold a nigga down, nigga. Straight up.
Listen, we love all y'all, bro. Tommy done gave you the game. We appreciate everybody. Make sure that you like, follow, subscribe, share with your friends, man. Hey, Tom, man.
Yo.
We ain't got canceled yet.
Not yet. I'm pretty sure there's somebody who hates me right now, but I don't give a fuck.
They hate you for sure.
Hey, they ain't canceled this yet.
They ain't canceled it. We gotta do this again.
Gotta do it again.
Yo, make sure you grab yourself a bottle of this 10-1.
That's good stuff.
Hey, yo, we'll holler at you next time, all right?
Love y'all.
Peace. If I had cancer, they tell me to pray and go see my oncologist. Mm-hmm. If I got high blood pressure, they tell me to pray and do what my doctor told me to do.